Oh, baby, Meta. Oh, why don't I own you? Oh, wait, I do, NVT. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. We got to go through Meta's earnings because I looked and the stock went down and I said, oh my God, what catastrophe could have befallen Meta that would result in this stock dropping? Well, we're going to do some research and find out. So, here we have Meta's most recent earnings release as of September 30th, 2023. So this is their financials as of about a month and a half ago. First thing I see is revenue growth year over year. 23% revenue growth. That's insane revenue growth. For a company this size, this is a big-ass company, all right? Billions of people use the apps that this company provides. 23% year-over-year revenue growth is pretty freaking impressive, okay? So I got really nothing bad to say about that. Costs and expenses are down. So revenue's up, costs and expenses are down, and income from operations is up 143% with an operating margin of 40%. Oh my God. They're basically getting back to where they were before. You know, people were terrified about the oh my God, the investments in Reality Labs, and oh, whoa, it's gonna go to zero, bro. It doesn't look like it is, actually, okay? Effective tax rate, cool. Net income is up 164%, and diluted earnings per share is up 168%. This is insane. This is insanely good. I really am curious why the stock dropped. Is it guidance? Let's look at some of the statistics here and operational highlights. Family of apps, daily active people, grew by 7%. 3.14 billion people use the family of apps. 3.14 billion people daily use one of the family of apps, and it's up 7%. And remember, there's like 8 billion people on the planet? This company can keep growing. It can keep growing a lot, okay? Monthly active users, 7% as well. Daily active users, 5%. Freaking crazy. So just Facebook alone, daily active users is 2 billion freaking people. This is insane. And you can see, like, you know, the users are growing, but obviously they're collecting more ad revenue than they're growing new users. So they're making more ad revenue per user, which is pretty impressive. Okay. Ad impressions are up 31%, so they're throwing ads in your freaking face, okay? And the average price per ad went down a little bit. I mean, like, absolutely incredible. Capital expenditures, $6.76 billion. So they can afford to spend almost $7 billion in a quarter and still have massive profits. It's insane. They repurchased $3.7 billion of their stock, and they still have $37 billion more to repurchase. Cash and equivalents are $6. They could literally just buy back all of their stock, or all the stock they are authorized to buy back. Freaking crazy. Okay, long-term debt. We'll look at the balance sheet, but I'm sure it's not that bad relative to assets. Headcount. So they cut a lot of staff, 24%. Okay, that's freaking crazy. Okay, cut employees, massively increased revenues, and profits skyrocketed. They have some restructuring charges here, but nothing really crazy. Let's see. We expect fourth quarter 2022 revenue to be in the range of 36.5 to 40. That's actually a pretty broad guidance right there. Okay. We expect full year 2023 total expenses to be in the range of 87 to 89 billion. Now, if we go look and we see what was Meta's earnings or their revenue for the prior quarter last year. So in the fourth quarter of 2022, they had 32 billion of revenue. They're saying next quarter it's going to be 36 to 40. That's insane. Woo! What can you, like, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? I don't see why the stock is dropping. It's probably some guidance bullshit. Wall Street, bro. I mean, look at the earnings per share increase. So if we look at find out the income statement in more detail, revenue's obviously up massively. Cost of revenue is, up proportionally, it looks like. R&D really didn't grow as fast as revenue. Marketing and sales was massively cut, and general and admin. So they did cuts to these two, pretty significant cuts year over year. They didn't spend as much in R&D, and that's a big reason that their income from operations coupled with their increased revenue, that's the reason that they were able to post pretty impressive profits. So I got really nothing bad to say about that. Okay, let's go look at the balance sheet. So they have total current assets of $78 billion, mostly in cash equivalents, marketable securities, and accounts receivable. So really almost nothing in prepaid relative to the other current assets. Current debts are $30 billion, probably not going bankrupt in the next year. Total assets, $216 billion, mostly property, plant, and equipment, some leases, and some goodwill. Looks like they made some acquisitions. Long-term debt is almost negligible. It's freaking crazy. Okay, like these are fantastic earnings. I can't say anything bad about it. Let's look at cash flows from operations. They more than doubled their cash flows from operations. Freaking insane. Okay, let's see. Capital expenditures, purchases of PP&E are down by a pretty significant amount, almost $3 billion. Debt securities, whatever. That's just investments, marketable securities. Yeah, so they obviously have pretty significant free cash flow. I mean, holy crap. This is very impressive, okay? Now, here's the disaggregated revenue. So here's the funny part. So this Reality Labs, they actually had a revenue drop. Is this the reason that Wall Street cut the stock? Or the stock price went down a little bit? Reality Labs revenue went down by about, $70 million, $75 million. But it was more than made up for with advertising revenue. And that was kind of the theme. Like, that's one thing that I kind of noticed. I was like, okay, Meta is still a very dominant company that's still growing. And even if Reality Labs doesn't work out, they still have insane revenue and insane profits from their core business. So it's it's not the end of the world if Reality Labs doesn't make money. I mean, if you look at it, look at the income from operations. $17.4 or $0.5 billion in 3 months from the family of apps ad revenue. And they only lost, well, it's a lot, but they only lost $3.7 billion. So if they had done no spending with Reality Labs, their profits would have been way higher. This is why they can afford to do Reality Labs. I mean, insane freaking earnings. Now, if we look, let's see. Look at that. 45 degrees. It's like VTI, bro. But for some reason, the stock dropped. I don't know why. Let's see. Meta widens revenue gap range because of unpredictability in the Middle East. But I can't say a single bad thing about Meta's earnings. Mother effing fantastic. So congratulations to all you that bought Meta stock. You guys are making bank. So that's it. Fantastic earnings, fantastic income statement, fantastic balance sheet. Nothing bad to say. Even LaFufu bought this. We'll give him credit, okay? One of his few good stock picks. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Cheers.